Hi, hun. Welcome to Coffee with Mimi. I'm really glad you're here. Today, I wanted to talk about something I've been thinking about lately. The people we never forget. Not necessarily the most famous people, not necessarily the people who accomplished the most. I'm talking about the people who left a little piece of themselves with us. People who changed us, people who loved us, people who taught us something, and sometimes people who hurt us. Because whether we realize it or not, the people who cross our lives help shape the people we become. Some people give us love. Maybe yours was a grandparent, maybe it was your mom or dad. Maybe it was a teacher who believed in you. Maybe it was a friend who showed up when everyone else disappeared. Maybe it was somebody who simply made you feel safe. For me, my grandmother was one of those people. She taught me what unconditional love felt like. She taught me patience, kindness, and she was always my biggest cheerleader. When I was hurting, she didn't try to make my pain disappear with some perfect piece of advice. She simply loved me through it. And sometimes that's exactly what we need. Someone who says, I'm here. Someone who reminds us, you're not alone. And sometimes we don't understand how much those moments mean until years later. Some people teach us through their example. I've also learned so much simply by watching the people I love. My mother taught me strength. She showed me what it looks like to work hard, take care of your family, keep going, and still remain kind. Now that I'm older, I realize that some of the lessons she taught me weren't things she ever sat down and explained. I watched her and I learned. That's something I think we sometimes forget. People are always watching us too. Our children, our grandchildren, our friends, even strangers. They see how we respond when we're frustrated. They see how we treat people who can't do anything for us. They see how we handle disappointment. They see whether we choose kindness when we could choose anger. We may never know what someone learned simply by watching us. Some people teach us hard lessons. And then there are the people we wish we could forget. People who hurt us. People who disappoint us. People who broke our trust, people who broke our hearts, people who changed us in ways we never asked for. I've had these people in my life too. And for a long time, I thought the only way to move forward was to forget what happened. But I've learned something different. You don't have to forget something to heal from it. Sometimes you can look at what happened and say, I didn't deserve that. And also, I'm not going to let what happened to me decide who I become. You can take the lesson without carrying the pain forever. You can leave the chapter behind without pretending it didn't happen. And sometimes the strongest thing you can do is become the kind of person you needed when you were hurting. We also leave pieces of ourselves behind. Here's something else I've been thinking about. We spend so much time talking about the people who shaped us, but what about the people we've shaped? As parents, we may never fully understand the impact we have on our children. Our words, our reactions, our apologies, our mistakes, our kindness, our strength, even our imperfections Our children are going to carry pieces of us with them, and that can be a beautiful responsibility because it reminds us that we can still change, we can still apologize, we can still do better, we can still show our children what growth looks like. It's never too late to become a better version of ourselves, and sometimes one of the greatest gifts we can give our children is letting them see us become better. Sometimes we don't know the impact we've had. This might be my favorite part. Have you ever had someone come back into your life years later and tell you something that you did meant something to them? Maybe you encouraged them when they were young. Maybe you listened when nobody else did. Maybe you gave them a hug on a day they desperately needed one. Maybe you said 5 words that you completely forget, but they never did. We don't always get to know the impact we've had on people, and I think that's why kindness matters so much. You may think it's a small moment, but it may not be small to them. So don't underestimate the little things. A smile, a compliment, a hug, I'm proud of you, how are you really doing? Or I'm here if you need me. Those moments matter. Don't underestimate the little things. A smile, a compliment, a hug, I'm proud of you, how are you really doing? Or even I'm here if you need me. Those moments matter. The people we love don't live forever. And this is the part I think we sometimes don't want to talk about. People leave us, sometimes by choice, sometimes because life takes us in different directions, and sometimes because they die. I've learned that losing someone doesn't mean losing everything they gave you. My grandmother isn't here for me to call anymore, but I still carry her. I carry her lessons, her kindness, her patience, her unconditional love, and sometimes I can almost hear what she would tell me. That's the beautiful thing about the people who truly love us. They become part of who we are. And sometimes we carry them forward by becoming the person they taught us to be. So here's your Coffee with Mimi challenge. Today, I want you to think of one person you'll never forget. Maybe they're still here, maybe they're not. Ask yourself, what did they teach me? What part of them do I carry with me? And if that person is still here, please don't wait. Call them, text them, visit them, tell them what they mean to you, because someday you may wish you had. And if they're no longer here, tell their story. Tell someone what they taught you, because that's another way we keep people alive. We carry their love forward. My final message today. I think our lives are really just a collection of people and moments. Some beautiful, some painful, some we wish we could go back to. Some we're grateful we survived, but every one of them leaves something behind. So be careful about what you leave behind too. Let people remember your kindness. Let them remember your laughter. Let them remember that they felt safe around you. Let them remember that they mattered. Because when everything else is gone, that's what stays. So, who is someone you'll never forget? And what did they teach you? tell me in the comments. Maybe your story will remind someone else of a person they need to call today. Thank you for sharing a cup of coffee with me. And until next time, take care of you and take care of each other.